Hey everybody! So this is going to be a series of phone calls with a scammer for an insurance for a funeral, and it was a really bad connection, and so I apologize for the background noise. But I thought I'd pose a real interesting question for funeral scammers and to see how they reacted, and they reacted pretty funny. So I hope you enjoy the videos. So keep watching.
And thank you for patiently holding. My name is Cleo, and I understand that you are looking for final expense life insurance today, right?
Yes, is this regarding a funeral? I think she said earlier, a funeral plan?
Yeah, well, sir, if you are over the age of 50,
Yes, I am.
it's cover all of your funeral, burial, and cremation expenses.
Okay, well, here was my question. Well, yeah, here was my question. If the type of lifestyle I have, I might end up. I don't know if you ever heard of Jimmy Hoffa, but yeah, he ended up not being ever found. If this could ever happen to me, can this somehow pay for some kind of a funeral expense if they never find my body and I just disappear?
Oh, well, sir, that will be discussed to you by one of our licensed agents on the other line. And our licensed agent will discuss to you the information that you wanted to know, the full details, the coverage, the benefits that you will get. And before I'm going to connect you, allow me to verify if you are qualified. Is it okay to you, sir?
Yeah, I guess I'd be qualified.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay, perfect. So, sir, so how old are you today, sir?
I'm 72.
Oh, yes, it's okay. And we have here a lot of benefits for you to check. So would you like a quote for 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, or 20,000 worth of benefits? Just choose among those, sir.
Well, it depends on how much I would want to pay, because if they never find my body, then I don't know. I don't want to pay very much. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, I understand that, sir. So, which among those benefits, sir, is, let's say, 5,000, 10,000, or 15,000?
Well, no, maybe you don't understand, but if they never find my body to bury my body or to cremate my body, I would probably have to go with the cheapest one. Don't you think that makes sense?
Okay, well, sir, that would be discussed to you by one of our licensed agents. It's okay, sir. So,
okay.
If ever. So it would be for 5,000 or 10,000 or 15,000.
Well, I don't know. I can't decide, because if they never, if my body would come up missing and they never found me, and there was no body to bury, what use would be to pay a lot of extra money, because it would just go to waste.
Yes, that's a great question, sir. Well, yes, wait for a second, sir.
So do you think you could help me with that?
Yes, sir. Stay with me. So, yes. Okay, so, sir, it's okay. So, most insurance carriers provide also discount for people with bank accounts. So, do you have a checking account at the bank?
No, I really don't have a checking account, not a valid one. I don't use banks too much. Like I said, I live a little bit on the edge, and that's why I like to have a funeral expense for some of my friends to maybe come for a memorial service. But the odds are very good that my body could end up in not ever being found, and that's why a funeral idea is great, but I don't think there might be a body there. So that's why I need to find out. So maybe you could give me a specialist to help me out with that question.
Okay, so, sir, I think we're all done. Thank you for the information. Have a great day.
Well, okay. All right. Thank you. So, I thought I'd pull a stunt. If they're going to ask about my funeral expenses, I thought I'd just talk to them about what if they never found my body. Kind of happened to Jimmy Hoffa back in the day in the 60s or 70s, whenever he disappeared. And if I might have that type of situation, that, hey, they couldn't find my body. And I guess they couldn't help me because they sure wanted to get, like credit card and all that information. And I think that was a scam, don't you? I definitely do. So thanks for watching.
Thank you for
for patiently holding. My name is Paul, and I understand that you're looking for a final expense life insurance today. I
Yeah,
have your states of residence as Missouri. Is that correct?
that's correct. Is this, you say your name's Paul?
I'm sorry?
You say your name is Paul? I didn't quite hear it.
Yes, sir. My name
Okay,
is Paul.
yeah, that's great. Okay. Yeah, I was talking with someone else and we must have got disconnected, and I had a question about funeral expenses. So maybe you could answer it and be helpful to me. I'd appreciate that.
Okay, so what is it, sir?
Well, here was a situation. You know, this young lady I talked to before you mentioned different levels of funeral plans. There sure is a lot of noise there, Paul. Can you hear me? Paul, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello. Yeah,
What is it?
you got a big lot of noise back there, Paul. What's going on?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know, there's a lot of background noise. It's very hard to hear you. Sounds like a very busy call center you're in. You know, so anyway.
So, sir, what's
Yeah.
your question, sir? Sorry for that.
Yeah. You know, I the type of life I lead, the odds are very good that someone may never discover my body, and there would be no body to have at the funeral. So if that were the case, which plan would be best for me?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear my question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If,
So what do you recommend the best plan for me?
if there is nobody in the funeral,
Yes, if there would be no body at the funeral, what would be the best plan for me to get from you people?
okay, sir. So, that's the first time I encountered that question, sir.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could very well happen to me because of the type of life I lead that I may disappear and they may never find me. So if that's the case, I'd like to have a memorial service for myself, for my friends to attend, but there'd be no body. So what type of plan do you think would be best?
Oh, I understand, sir. So, sir, that is a great question to a licensed agent. I am just gathering the needed information to generate you an accurate code.
Okay. Say, it sure is noisy background. It sounds like a very busy call center. You sure got a lot of business, I guess, huh?
Okay, so, sir, thank you for having this call. And
Okay, so can you help me, Paul?
yes?
Can you give me an answer? What might be the best plan for me to get?
Okay, so thank you for having.
Hey, Paul hung up on me too. So I just posed the question: if if I disappeared and there was no body at the funeral, how would these funeral scammers sell me what the best possible scam they could give me to scam my money out of a funeral? So I guess Paul couldn't answer either. So I guess that type of question really threw him for a loop, and that was a lot of fun doing.